Senate Republicans continue to negotiate in good faith. We've had a lot of good dialogue with the White House. We're trying to get to that common goal of reaching a bipartisan infrastructure agreement that we talked about in the Oval Office with the President several weeks ago, and I talked with him even previous to that. We believe that this counteroffer delivers on what President Biden told us in the Oval Office that day, and that is to try to reach somewhere near $1 trillion over an 8-year period of time that would include our baseline spending. We have achieved that goal with this counteroffer. But we've also, I think, done something that has stayed true to what our beliefs are when we very first started this endeavor, and that is sticking to the core physical infrastructure. What is the definition of infrastructure? And we have stayed within the boundaries of our original plan. I think that's what the American people think of when they think of infrastructure, and that's certainly what we do too. But there's a couple bits of good news, I think, that have happened since we had that meeting with the President. Number one, we passed a bipartisan water infrastructure package of $35 billion out of my EPW committee with Chairman Carper, bipartisan. We got an 89-2 or 88-2 vote on the Senate floor on that piece of legislation. That's one of the pieces that the President had and we have a like agreement on in terms of physical infrastructure. The other thing is yesterday we passed a $316 trillion 5-year surface transportation bill. It has a lot of things that the President wants in there: resiliency, roads and bridges. We have connecting communities in there, and we also have EV charging infrastructure piece in there. So that passed out of our committee 20-0. We are now working on the floor right now, as you all know, on Endless Frontier. Endless Frontier is a bipartisan, came out of Commerce Committee, I'm on Commerce, bipartisan. That was part of what the President initially asked us to look at as infrastructure. We don't consider that physical infrastructure, but we do think it's part of the package that the President should be able to distinguish as part of his infrastructure. So what we are looking at today is a $928 billion package over 8 years. It sticks to the core infrastructure features that we talked to initially. It's a serious effort to try to reach a bipartisan agreement. The President said to me and us in February that he was really agnostic as to whether we pass a bunch of small bills or one large bill, and we've heard him say inaction is not an option for him. We've now passed 2 of the smaller, and actually the surface transportation hasn't gone out of the full Senate yet, but it is a major anchor to this piece of legislation. And so I think that shows that there's a real hunger for bipartisanship in the United States Senate. There's a real ability to achieve that, and we're hoping that this moves the ball forward. We believe that the alternative, which is a partisan reconciliation process, would be destructive to our future bipartisan attempts, but also doesn't serve the American public and wouldn't get us to an infrastructure package such as the one we believe would serve the American interests, but also constrain spending to the areas of core physical infrastructure that is so important to this country.
Hey guys, did you know we have a podcast called WJ Live?
The Western Journal's mission is to equip readers with the truth, and that's the same mission we have on WJ Live.
You'll hear from writers, editors, and special guests on the most important topics of the day.
You can catch us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern and 2 p.m. Pacific, right here at youtube.com/WJ Live.
While you're there, help us out by subscribing and hitting the bell so you don't miss any future episodes. See you there.